guys, thanks for tuning in to today's Florida Drive-By. It's about 82 degrees, and I'm just leaving Fort Myers, Florida. I'm going to be going to Clearwater, Florida now. I'm just getting on the thruway here on the I-75 interstate, going northbound. Just passing all these like shops and malls on the left. And there's a Z3, those BMWs on the right here. I never liked those cars. The only reason, they feel like you're riding on the ground. You know, I'm too old to be leaning in and getting in on one of those things. They're nice, but not for me. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, everyone. It's 11 o'clock and a.m. Today's Friday. I've got my cup of coffee from Racetrack, and I had a cheese and egg croissant, cheese, egg, and ham croissant. It was about, I think it was like $1 or something, or $1.50. And I just put about 30 bucks of gas in my car, so I'm good for 322 miles. And I wanted to have a discussion. You know, today's discussion is about ISIS, or ISO, or whatever they call it. You know, I think of all the terrorists and all the stuff going on in the countries in the world, and man, you know, you can't fight every war. Some of these countries, you know, have to really take care of their own problems. But see, I think the problem is that United States, and that's not good or bad, United States tends to want to have democracy everywhere. You know, our form of democracy, but they don't understand these people in other parts of the country. Their religion is more important than democracy. They have this Islamic State, or the Islamic religion, and there's like two types of people when it comes to Islamic religion. There's people who follow it, and there's people who follow it to the extreme. What I mean, like in the Quran, and I'm no Quran expert, I've read some information about it, and I've heard different information about the Quran and stuff. I'm far from an expert now. See, I want to go over the right lane. Everybody wants to go. I'm trying to get in the right lane so these people can turn. Nobody wants to let me go. This is like, everybody's going like 90 miles an hour in the middle lane here. Come on, I'm going over so you guys can pass me. Oh, jeez, these people. And guys, I'm going 70. The speed limit's 70. These people are going like 80. So I'm going to have to get all the way over the right. And I'm going to slow down. They're going to get mad that I'm going 65. When the speed limit's 70. Well, where the hell am I going to drive then? But anyway, you know, there's the radicals, which, and they're not radical really, because, you know, when they say radical Islamic State, well, you know, they're following the Quran. The moderates are not following the Quran word for word. You know, like infidels should all die, cut their heads off, chop their fingers off. Well, they don't follow that. You know, they pray to Muhammad, you know, to the east or the west or whatever they do on their rugs and stuff. And, you know, they go about their daily life. But they're kind of, you know, they are part of that religion, but they're not, well, they say radical. And a radical is really not a radical. A radical is just somebody that follows the Quran. Because, you know, the Quran is, to a certain degree, radical. So, that's the big problem. It's a religious war. And anytime you have religion, you're fighting with religion, you're fighting for somebody's belief, and you're going to tell them that not to believe that? No. So that's why they want all the Catholics killed and everything. Because the Catholics believe in the Bible, with Jesus Christ and God, and the Islamic, you know, the Quran with Muhammad. So two different ideologies of religion. And the thing is, there is, you know, if you think about it, there's a lot of religions in the world. There's a lot of different religions in the world, okay? There's, you know, thousands of religions in the world. Okay, so everybody has a belief in something. It's just like in Ireland. They went with the Catholics and the Irish fighting and killing each other there too. So they had somewhat a problem out there. So it's this religious war that's being waged. And I don't think you could ever win a religious war. And however, I know, these ISIL forces or ISIS forces are butchering people, cutting their heads off, murdering them. And yeah, I don't think that's right. I don't think anybody should suffer like that. And if the United States can come in and do something, they should take care of it. They did it in Kuwait and Iraq and all that, and Iran or whatever. We went back. They had that war. I can't remember what country that was in. And they went in because they were taking over Kuwait, all the oil wells. And that's the main reason they went in. Blood money for oil. So there was a vested interest. Now, they don't really have much of an interest in where they're fighting now, ISIS, Baghdad, and that stuff. And they don't have a big interest. So maybe that's why they're not fighting as hard. But really, if they wanted to end this charade, just go in there with like 50,000 ground troops, sweep the area for like 6 months, wipe them out, and come back home. And you can get the coalition forces and everything in there too. But these other countries, and including this ISIS, they see this. They see the United States isn't really. They're bombing a little, dropping some firecrackers, blowing up a few people and stuff. But they see that, and they don't think the United States is serious. So the United States need to get serious about this. And when they get serious about it, I think really, this ISIS feels that they have something to lose. They might even stop doing it to a certain degree. But like I say, it's going to take, a lot of ground forces in there. It's going to take tanks, armament. We got it. Come on. We got more friggin' bullets and bombs than anybody in the whole world almost. And I really feel that, boots on the ground. And if they can coalition forces, if not, well, guess what? They might have to bring the draft up again if they don't have enough people. Start a draft. They'll have plenty of soldiers. Have a lottery. 1 in 10 people will draft, or whatever the case may be. And then we'll have enough soldiers. So that's my opinion. I really think boots on the ground, 50,000 troops, massive swamp in there with machine guns and armament, wipe those silly putty ISIS out, and that's it. But, will they do it? Will the government do it? Probably not. It was the same thing with the Ebola. Get in there, knock it out, get rid of it, and then come back home and have time for breakfast. But, they're probably not going to do it. But I'd like to hear your opinions on it. What do you think about what they should do over there in Syria with this Islamic war going on? Do you think boots on the ground or bombing? I mean, speaking, I was in the Army. I'm not a strategist. I'm not a major general or anything. But I know if you have boots on the ground, and usually what they do is they have bombing, they have air cover, and boots on the ground, and that's how you win a war. But I don't know. Maybe there's some generals that know more than I do, but I really think boots on the ground. Eventually, I think it's going to have to come to that because the threat will come here, just like the Ebola. The threat will come here, already in different countries. I mean, they just jump on an airplane, think we're weak, and they'll start blowing us up. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and I'd like to know what you think. And the shout-out's just going to go out to Humans for Targets. He's got a lot of nice Glock videos. He's got that 25-cent polish job, trigger job, which is pretty cool. He takes the Flitz or Mother's Made wheel polish and polishes all the parts. They really look cool. So thanks a lot. Thanks for everybody tuning in, and please stay tuned for more drive-by videos. And like I say, I'm going to be doing a giveaway soon, so you have to subscribe and be making comments. When that video comes up, I'll be publishing it to the subscriber feed, so everybody will see that. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.